Okay, so before this Carmella, Charlotte, and Becky Lynch thing goes on, I just have to talk about the utter insanity that was that Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman thing, because it just doesn't make any sense beating down someone week after week and then squashing them in a star promo. That just doesn't make any sense. How WWE is going to endorse like that and then proclaim that they're against them in such a way. It really pissed me off. I I don't care that Braun won, really, but it just doesn't make any sense. Kevin Owens definitely should have won that match. It was such a one-sided feud, and I just don't give a shit. I don't really even give a shit about Braun Strowman any single time I see him. Oh, he's big, he's burly, he's a monster, and he's gonna squash everybody. It's boring. It's the same shtick that they do with every single big guy. It's just boring to me. But anyway, let's see how this women's title match goes. Hopefully I can get the Sting. And here comes Carmella. Nice. Oh, moonwalk. Moonwalk from the champ. I really like Carmella. As good in the ring as maybe the two people she's about to face, but as a heel champion, she looks like her attire mixed now. Alright, let's see. First I get interrupted by dinner, and now my connection is going in and out. That's cool. That's real cool. SmackDown Women's Championship time, though. Actually kind of been really looking forward to this triple threat, and here we go. Mella automatically being her best self that she can be with that moonwalk. Oh, I love it. Oh. Nice. That's what a champion should be. Charlotte's sending Mella into the corner. Big boot to the face, though. Becky Lynch. The offense. Leg drop. Oh, elbow drop. One. Charlotte in with save. Dang. This is crazy. Oh, that's great. That is great. Carmella being her best self right now. Trying to get them to turn against each other. I really like it. Just kind of having their discussion in the middle of the match. I didn't know this was tea time. Some decent storytelling going on right now. Roll up by Charlotte onto Becky, and now they're fighting. Now they fighting. Charger. It was 2 years ago that Becky Lynch became the first ever SmackDown Live. Let's see. Becky wanted to disarm her early. She's helped her rack up so many victories over the last few months. A year and a half to compete for the championship. WrestleMania 2017. Oh! Face first into the post.
Remember, no count-outs, no disqualifications in a triple threat match. And Carmelo, starting to believe yet, Byron? No, very wise strategy.
Going live is frustrating.
All the showboat, all the shade throwing, that's what could cost Carmelo.
Carmelo's criminally underrated, like I keep saying, though. Finally, I think this setup is going to work. I think this is the official one. I got my charger over here. Everything's rotated fine. My connection's fine. Hopefully everything's fine. We'll see.
Now Becky trying to battle back up to her feet here, and Carmella now finally broke it up. Oh!
Elbow to the face from Carmella. And a takedown. Charlotte coming back into the match. Gonna scoop her up. Oh, no. Reversal. 2. Definitely not. On those elbows to the traps. To the traps. Charlotte looks more frustrated with that hold than actually in pain. It's like they're just having an unfriendly cuddle. Oh, nope, never mind. There's a little bit of strain. God. Carmella just does so many good things at getting people to hate her.
No, this is too much money. No, that's never happened in life. It doesn't happen here in WWE. Mella is money. Oh.
Indeed.
Lead right to the midsection and sends Flair outside the ring.
Becky Lynch out of nowhere with a roll-up one.
Carmella, great drop kick.
I think we got it. I think we all know you're the champion, Carmella. You are indeed. Slap, punch, slap, exchanging blows. Oh God, the more I see her, the more I just love her. Another roll-up, oh, reversal into a different roll-up.
I believe Flair was aiming for Carmella, but instead Becky Lynch was right there. Yet again, the champ proves to be one step ahead of the competition. Is she? What's your beef with Carmella? We watch what's happening. We haven't looked at a girl like that.
2, 3 chops, 4 chops, 5 chops, 6 chops. To go. Ugh, exploder. And another one. Another backdrop.
Certainly no stranger. You're absolutely right, Byron. The Queen has excelled on the big stage throughout history.
On. Charlotte may be going for the figure 8, but nope. Nope.
It's every woman for herself. And Becky has got to be the aggressor. Now going up to the top turnbuckle.
God, taking them both out with a drop kick does Becky Lynch. Like 1 foot for each. That's pretty cool. Becky Lynch has that fire going now. A little bit of a comeback. Rolls through, the crowd's into it, I'm into it, we're all into it, but Carmella trying to sneak in there to no avail. Oh, kick to the midsection by Becky Lynch. Just full of offense right now, maybe going for the Exploder. Why did Charlotte do the Exploder suplex better than she just did? Nothing against Becky, but just saying. Oh. Caught in the ropes by Carmella. A little bit of a Hurricane Rana. That's pretty nice. 1, 2. Not happening.
Great opportunity in that sequence there for Carmella to close this thing out, but Becky Lynch has been going to another gear here in this fight. You know, emotions are high in this match, you know. Yeah,
Went for a kick to the midsection, but potentially another. Nope. Thought it was going to be another Bexploder, but spear from Charlotte. 1, 2, covering the champ. Not quite. 1, 2, she goes over to Becky, but neither fell. Charlotte bust her lip open. I mean, it wouldn't be a Charlotte Flair match without her busting her lip open. Getting face first into that turnbuckle is a good way to do it. I think her lip actually is busted up because she keeps doing this, and that's usually the telltale sign she's busted something in there. Or like either bit her tongue or bit her lip or something. Not sure. Carmella said something inaudible.
Facial expression we've seen from many superstars who have tried to defeat Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch alike.
Just kind of idling herself in the corner there. Waiting for another Hurricane Rana. Not quite though. Not this time. Oh jeez. Kind of going for a Walls of Jericho. That's exactly what it is. I mean, Boston Crab, but same deal. Carmella rolling out of it though, but right into a figure 8. Oh. Becky Lynch at the top rope, lingering though. Oh! Right onto the midsection. Charlotte with a cover. 1, 2. Nah. Carmella, too slick for that. Too slick. Hearing just the commentary for wrestling sounds like you could possibly be one. Can you actually hear what I'm saying? Like, is that audible? Because I'm not sure. I can't check the audio. I can only do what I'm doing.
Becky trying to will herself on.
Becky and Carmella, though, fighting it out. Exchanging blows, forearms. Jesus! The Irish lass kicker, as they call her, Becky Lynch. Yes, you're perfectly clear. Cool. Okay, I didn't know if you were talking about theirs or mine. I didn't know for sure. Cool. Because this thing has just been frustrating so far. Like, I'm glad you missed all the earlier portions when I had to fix the setup like 15 times and fix the connection errors and shit. It was an awful time to be alive. Currently on the outside, Charlotte on the top rope, Carmella and Becky Lynch. This is not gonna end well. Moo! Thought it was a moonsault, but she added a twist to it. Jeez. Charlotte Flair is definitely her daddy's daughter. That friendship between the two did not last long. Because now they are just fighting. They are just fighting. Whoa. Oh. Could be the disarmor. Could it? Yes, it is. It indeed is. Nah. Didn't think so. I don't know who's gonna lose. I think I know who's gonna win, but I don't know who's gonna lose. Jeez. 2? Nope. Carmella with the saves of the century tonight. Like, she just keeps coming right back in when it matters most. And that's what a champion does. Jeez.
I'll see you one and raise you even further. Charlotte Flair doing what she does best on a big stage.
Trying to roll up from the champ using the ropes, but nope. Super kick by the champion. Just pulling out all the stops to get a victory, but just cannot get there. Charlotte came out of nowhere. Carmella somehow back up before Charlotte and just kicks her the hell out of the ring. We know you're the champion. You saying it over and over isn't reassuring me that you're gonna win this. It actually just kind of makes it seem like you're gonna lose, because you probably are. And Carmella gets into a disarmer from Becky Lynch. She's really close to the rope though. Just kind of edging her way there. Oh, come on, she's got it. Little bit of a rope break, a little bit of a ooh. Got into another disarmer. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is a good move, but doing it over and over again isn't helping with the effectiveness of it. It's just kind of making the move look weak. Okay. Well, that's over now. Charlotte won. She is the champion now. I mean, I guess I should have saw it coming whenever she was added into the match to begin with, that she would win, but I feel for Becky Lynch right now, because it just seemed like it was her time, and I see what they're doing because Charlotte pinned Becky to win the championship. Mella didn't even lose the title technically by her own fault, so I guess this is going to start a rivalry between Becky and Charlotte, so their friendship is no longer going to be a thing, that's cool, I guess, but it's only if it ends with Becky getting the championship. Otherwise, there's just no point to this. And now we get the awkwardness. Man, that crowd does not like what happened. They are booing. Yeah. Nobody's liking this. Nobody's liking it right now. Like, you can just hear the anguish and disappointment in everybody. It's still a better match than that Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman fiasco, though. I could talk about that for the next 2 hours if I wanted to, but I'm not gonna waste any more of my breath on it. Okay. Yeah, should have saw that one coming, Charlotte. Probably should have saw that one coming. If you're gonna act like you're punching her, at least try to connect, though. Beck. Okay, there you go. Yeah. Alrighty. Now the crowd's going wild. I don't blame her. And I mean, I'm right, it's going to set up a rivalry between those. I don't really know where this leaves Carmella, because doesn't she get a rematch? It'll probably just be a quick squash match, I'd say, unfortunately, because as you can tell from my ramblings, I've enjoyed Carmella. But this feud will be okay, maybe. Jesus. Just launching Charlotte across the announce table. I like how this is supposed to be a heel turn for Becky, but everybody's cheering her because everybody wanted her to win. That's what you get when you book things wrong. You get the reactions you don't want, WWE creative. Maybe one day they'll learn, but they won't. Okay. I was hoping that this match would relieve the sour taste that last match had. But this was just kind of a disappointing taste. More than anything. I like how you can just see the scripts for the commentary team. They were just zooming in on Charlotte and you could see their script. Oh man. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. We're lingering. We're lingering.
One in the constructs of a triple threat match, but still, this was a result we never. Oh, obviously, this was heartbreaking for Becky Lynch, but it's got to be heartbreaking now for Charlotte, who has been victimized by her, I guess you could say, former best friend.
Boogie! Again, let's move on. Yeah, Charlotte's sad, yada yada. My friend attacked me. Let's get into another match. Another match. Another match. I don't even really know what else to say. It was just that was the wrong move. Like unless this feud ends with Becky getting the championship, then this did nothing for no one. Charlotte didn't have anything to prove. Charlotte's already the most talented female on the roster by a margin, or at least according to most. Loves to interrupt me whenever I'm doing stuff. It's really cool. It's really awesome, but it's not. Alright, we're finally moving on, and it looks like we're getting into the AJ Styles and Samoa Joe match, which has the potential to steal the show. I mean, obviously, these two have had a lot of history in TNA. They were involved in the best match in TNA history, that match with AJ, Joe, and Christopher Daniels. That triple threat is one of the best wrestling matches, period. Not even just in Impact Wrestling, so it's cool that they're reigniting this feud now. It might not be as good, and the shine might not hold up as well in this company, but I'm not gonna write it off just because this is in a WWE ring, because obviously good matches still happen, but we'll see. There's been a really personal rivalry so far, with the build-up being just some of the best that they could have done with promos over the last few weeks, just bringing a lot of personal and family stuff into the business. It's been really cool. Like I said, last week it ended with Joe reading a fan letter to him, and it was signed by AJ Styles' wife, just basically saying that AJ would rather be a champion than a parent or a husband, and that they hope Joe would win. So that adds a lot of interesting stakes to the match, and we'll see if it ends up living up to expectations.
Over a decade of fishing, you threw it all away when you talked about my family.
Over a decade. Over a decade.
WWE superstars for my family.
It is, like I said, this one definitely has the potential to steal the show.
She said we support you, we appreciate everything you're doing. At SummerSlam,
I need a water. Especially if I'm going to be doing this for like another hour and a half or 2 hours. Period. Menstrual cycle.
here in my hand I hold a letter from a member of the WWE Universe.
They're going over, they're just pretty much what's happening right now. They're just kind of going over the build-up of the rivalry over the last few weeks, which I just basically gave the rundown for. Joe has been bringing a lot of personal and family stuff into the WWE ring, and that's not really gelled well with AJ Styles. I think AJ isn't really appreciating being outed as potentially not so great of a father and husband. Kayfabe, of course. And honestly, I don't know who's gonna win this. I don't know who I want to win this either, and that just makes it all the more exciting. I feel like that's how a lot of matches should be in wrestling, is you being okay with whoever wins, but also not knowing who's going to win. Because a lot of the times in these things, you kind of figure who's gonna win based on the setup. But with this one, I can really see it going either way. I can see AJ retaining because he's the longest reigning currently, like in the modern era, WWE Heavyweight Champion, and I can see them wanting to continue that reign for that purpose. And plus, he's just a strong champion. But they could also benefit supremely from having Joe as their champion, because Joe is superbly over. He's a beast. He's absolutely one of the best talkers in the business, absolutely one of the best workers in the ring, and I don't think anybody can deny that or would really argue against that fact. Enough of that. Joe's here. He's got that hipster haircut going on. He's shaved the sides of his head, which I've done that. Well, I didn't shave them, but either way, WWE Championship is here. AJ is here, looking supremely constipated with that shake that he did just then. Crowd seemed a little quiet. Then again, that could just be them mute. I left for 3. Yeah, that's what happens. That's what happens. I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of weird moments in this stream over the next few hours or so. There's gonna be a lot of things like that. And I do intend on letting this upload stay. I only deleted the last one simply because it was 5 minutes, and it just didn't make sense to leave that one up, really, for just 5 minutes of me reacting to one match. It was an okay match, I guess, but I would just rather have the more complete edition of it right here. Because already, this is like 6 times longer than the original video that I put out.
Introducing the challenger from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in 282 pounds.
I keep thinking that's Jeremy Borash. I know Borash and Tanay work for WWE now, but I just haven't seen them. And I was jeez. Oh, Joe has a mic.
A very, very special introduction, and trust me, I know you wanted to keep this secret. But tonight, joining us from Gainesville, Georgia.
Joe's just so good.
How you doing? And I see she brought your love.
She doesn't seem to approve.
Well, don't worry, Wendy.
Wendy does not seem to approve. Which makes me wonder, was the letter a ruse? It probably was, just to get under AJ's skin, but it would have been a cool little angle if it actually was her.
Yeah, my family's here. They came here for one reason only. See me kick your ass.
AJ has my hair right now. Like, if you Google AJ Styles right now, we literally have the same hair, except I part mine down the fucking middle. Just random observation. Okay, so I know Brandon's here, but who's the second person? I'm dying to know. I'm just surprised two people even bothered to watch this, to be real with you. Okay, and we're underway. Looking like this. AJ with a purple attire, Joe with a black and blue, which is usually what AJ wears. I guess that's why he chose a different attire tonight. Beginning with a collar and elbow tie-up, pretty traditional start. Just kind of circling each other like two lions. More collar and elbow tie-up into the corner. Opposite way this time with AJ in the corner this time. Starting to count. They separate. Does that make Samoa Joe unstoppable? One of the reasons why General Manager Page sanctioned this match is because of the cold killer instinct and one thing I've always wondered about wrestling is referees. Like, is their level of involvement increases or decreases depending on who's reffing and who's in the ring? I wonder if it's up to the individual ref to decide how involved they're going to be, or if that's a creative thing, if they're supposed to be more involved in one match as opposed to the other. Just something I've always wondered. Don't think anybody out there's actually got the answer to that, it's just something I've wondered. That was a little flubbed. This is trending now on Twitter, Becky Lynch. I imagine so. I imagine so. I imagine there's a lot of angry people out there right now. So far, a lot of smooth in-ring action going on. As expected, these two are world-class performers. Irish whip. Oh my god, what a shoulder block from Samoa Joe. Literally like running into a brick wall. Joe didn't even move, he just... A little snarl. Styles needed to start calming himself down last night. Early this morning, AJ cannot let his emotions get the best of him, and I'm sure he probably did. That's why Samoa Joe had that pre-match. Again, back to the circling each other like two lions. Looked like they were going to tie up a low kick from AJ Styles right to the leg. So those leg kicks hurt. Leg kicks hurt a lot. Especially in the back of the knee, right? Like that. You can take somebody's leg out like that. Oh, excuse me. Hamstring, not back of the knee. I was corrected by the actual commentary team. You know, the people that get paid to do this. So far, starting off really slow, which makes me think this is going to be a long... Which makes me think this is going to be a long match. Which, no problem there. God. Joe delivering some kicks of his own with a lot more ferocity, because they are just sending AJ across the ring like a rag doll. Looking like he's going to go for a low kick. No, he went for a punch and just missed. Missed by a wide margin. Chops. AJ Styles mounting a little bit of a comeback. Chops to the chest. Forearm to the face, but a chop to AJ from Joe of his own. And they are just way more ferocious than AJ's chops ever hoped to be. God, Joe almost tripping though. And a drop kick right to his face sends him to the ground.
Asking the question, can Styles keep his emotion in check? I think the answer is yes. At this point, you're absolutely right, Byron. I agree. Been very impressed.
It's been back and forth so far, nobody really having a clear advantage over the other. Pretty much 50-50. I'd say Joe has the more ferocious advantage over Styles, though, but still, from the same person. It's like they just don't know that I don't want to talk or something. Because I'm not answering it, and I'm not responding to their texts either. Because everybody that knows that I'm live right now. She probably doesn't know, but I'm not going to stop this live video. Because I've already been going 36 minutes. Oh my god.
Only way for Joe to win the titles by pinfall or submission inside the ring. And now AJ Styles, he was measuring Samoa Joe there on the outside with the officials separating the two. Going to check on
Both men outside the ring now. Looked like he was going for a knee to the face, but my god, Joe just tripped him on the apron. Landed face first. For a knee to the face, but my god, Joe just tripped him on the apron. Landed face first. Reminds me of my elementary school days. That probably won't make any sense to anybody. But my god. Hot chop sending AJ right to the ground. The look on his face right now. I mean, just the reverberation sound from that chop. Like, I don't blame the look on his face.
Now AJ Styles back up to his feet here.
AJ probably going for a suplex, but nah, not looking like that's gonna happen. Which he can deliver that. God, slamming Styles right on his face. A lot of obsession with the face and the chest in this match. Oh god, Samoa Joe's gonna go for a suicide dive! Didn't go over the top rope, went through the middle rope, but it's still, every time I see somebody fly outside the ring like that, I can't help but to get nervous. It's so nerve-wracking, because one wrong thing and you're landing on concrete with just like a little sliver of padding on it. I mean, even if you do hit the moves, you're landing on concrete. So it doesn't really matter if you flub up or not. Both men back in the ring now after that ridiculous dive. 2 count. AJ almost losing his championship. A little bit of a neck crank by Samoa Joe. Hot Samoa Joe is just dripping with sweat already, and we've been going like maybe 10 minutes. Hard to say. Get your sweaty hands off his head like that. Probably smells like burritos.
He wants to get paid, he wants to win titles, and that's it.
Oh my god, though. Clothesline delivered by Samoa Joe. That looked like it was almost it. Of course it wasn't, but that was really close. That was like 2.9 out of 3. Joe once again working the head of AJ.
Side headlock. So Joe knows how his forearm is right along the jawbone of AJ Styles. Makes it really hard to breathe, and it's incredibly painful. Joe trying to drain the energy, trying to drain the desire out of AJ Styles.
Go away. Go away, notification. There we go.
Joe just content to lean here on AJ.
I'm using my old setup, Brandon, by the way, where I jerry-rigged the camera onto my dresser drawer. A little bit of an old school throwback to the Imperfect Harmonies days.
Oh, Styles. Styles trying his way in a short shot to the ribs of the challenger. Big time elbows right on the ear. Oh, God.
I mean, the least Joe could do is sell some of the moves. There we go. Right as I say it, of course, he starts to do it. Oh man, a little bit of a cross body from AJ.
How in the world did AJ Styles even muster up the energy? Because AJ Styles is fighting for the WWE Championship and his family.
SummerSlam sponsored by Cricket Wireless, who went bankrupt after spending all their money sponsoring SummerSlam. It's not how sponsoring works, but still.
Gingerly trying to pull himself back up onto the apron. I'm still speechless.
God, a monstrous forearm from Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe going for another dive, but was stopped from a head kick from Styles, which was smooth. Smooth. Joe's still wobbly, getting some forearms and chops. That classic AJ Styles combination that he does. Don't know for sure what you'd call it. Rebounding off the rope. Went for something. It looked like a forearm, but it definitely wasn't because his legs were more towards Joe than his forearm was, but I'll take what I can get. Oh well. Got a little more corner action going on. Why are they acting like AJ can't pick Joe up? He's done it on multiple occasions. 1, 2, off the reverse DDT, a 2.5 count from AJ Styles.
Styles almost put his challenger away.
I think this and the opening match with Seth Rollins and Dolph are probably the matches of the night so far, as if that would be a surprise to anyone. I think this matches so far went along a little more smoothly, though. These guys obviously have a little bit more of a history together, so they have that chemistry together that maybe Seth and Dolph didn't have, because that match with Seth and Dolph started a little sloppy, like they didn't really know what to do, but this match has just been fire from the get-go. And again, as if you'd expect anything less from these two people who have more than 10 years of wrestling experience with each other between them. Pushing Styles off of him, Joe on the top rope now, jumping. Damn. 1, 2, another near fall. Another near fall. Just back and forth this whole time. Back and forth, 50-50, tug of war, teeter-totter. Like, that's really what this match has been. I like it. I like it a lot. It's been really good so far.
Joe knows he's been in a frustrated, sore, but the Samoan keeps moving forward.
Oh, I thought it said 3 for a second. I was like, 3? Oh my gosh, 3 people watching, but nah, it's still 2. How are you guys doing, by the way?
Headbutt by Joe. Oh, AJ caught with an inverted atomic drop. Oh.
Big boot from Samoa Joe, and a big boy senton. Big boy senton, and almost a 3 count. So many near falls. If I had a nickel for every near fall in this match, I'd probably have $1.
See the frustration, almost the confusion. When you're such a high-level combatant as Samoa Joe, you're not used to having this problem. You can't put your opponent down, but
Joe's getting a little, I wouldn't say gassed, because no, but he is sweating. He is sweating. There we go. I was about to say, there we go, with AJ actually picking Joe up, but not quite. There we go. Over the shoulder. Wow. Looking like Styles hurt himself as well in that match. He's clutching his left knee.
Just pure instinct for Styles to try to hoist up and successfully do so. But now Styles has to deal with the repercussions. AJ Styles, oh gosh.
Getting a "This is awesome" chant now. It's about time. I haven't really been paying much attention to the crowd to see if they've been into the match or not. I assume they have been, but... Almost a Styles clash, but not quite. AJ slyly dodging that offense from Samoa Joe, looking like he's gonna go for a forearm. Phenomenal, no. God, power slam from Samoa Joe. The quickest power slam in the history of power slams.
Redefined, my God. What else can Samoa Joe do? A hybrid athlete. There may not be any other on the planet.
Jeez. Showed a replay of it and it's just as impressive. That's just like a lightning quick power slam. If I had to rate this so far out of 5, probably give it in the 4 range. It's not quite 5, it's not perfect or anything, but it's definitely like a 4.25 or 4 so far. It's been a really solid back and forth match. I still don't know who's gonna win. Oh my God. There we go. Kind of an incomplete Styles clash on the Samoa Joe, but let's see if that's gonna do it. No, it did not. I thought it might. I thought it might have taken just one. Which is a good thing compared to this match to the last one, where we saw a lot of specifically disarmers in the last match. Again, like, I enjoyed Becky Lynch, but they kind of made that move look weak from her doing it so much, and that's kind of the point of a finisher, is it finishes your opponent. Once it happens, you don't get back up, or if you do, it's very rare. And in this day and age in WWE, it seems like a lot of the time we just see finisher after finisher after finisher, and this match has been a difference maker in that we've seen an attempted phenomenal forearm and one Styles clash. Samoa Joe, I don't think, has hit any of his signature or finishing moves yet. Styles with a combination of strikes in the corner, and Joe coming back with some slaps to the face. God, a Pele kick though to Samoa Joe, and he's looking woozy. He's looking a little woozy. Someone just texted me and was like, "What are you doing? I bet you're busy making a video or something." Nah. My God, I missed that. Like, Uranagi type move from the corner that Samoa Joe just did. That was pretty cool.
Both these men wearing the wounds of battle in what has been an incredible WWE Championship match.
For once, I agree with the commentary team. This has been an incredible match so far. Not perfect, but really, really good.
This is combat in its purest form, and it is beautiful.
I'm definitely gonna have to get a drink after this match, though. My mouth. Oh, looking like a calf killer from AJ Styles. There we go, with another signature move from Styles. The calf killer or the calf crusher? They probably changed it to crusher because killer was too mean. My God, but Joe just slamming AJ's head into the coquina. Oh wow, this might be it. That doesn't look quite right. Up, his feet's on the rope. There we go. Now we've seen at least a signature from everyone. And they've been few and far between, which I appreciate. Look at the look on his face, just the conviction, the look of what do I have to do to win this match, and Styles looking just about the same, that exasperated look of what do I have to do to put the Samoan submission machine down for good.
I've seen it before. I've seen it in this very arena.
Oh, looked like Joe was going for a muscle buster, but not quite. I have a feeling if the muscle buster gets hit, it's probably gonna be done. I'm starting to pull for more a Joe victory than a Styles victory. I wouldn't be mad if either of them won, but I think Joe's probably gonna... Oh, right into the steps. God. This has been a good wrestling match. There's not been like a lot of, oh my God, did you see that? That's...
Daddy was coming home. It looks like he's not, but I'll be your new daddy.
So what Joe just picked up the mic and was talking to AJ's wife and was like, I promised you he was coming home, but it doesn't look like he is, and I'm gonna be your new dad. What? This is just insanity. This is insanity. And AJ just snapped. AJ snapped. Oh my God, and he's beating up security guards. No, please no disqualification. Yeah, disqualification. So AJ retains via disqualification, because even if you are disqualified as champion, you keep your title. That's kind of the champion's advantage, is you can do that kind of thing. You could be a dick if you want to be. The crowd chanting, "Who's your daddy?" right now. Well, not quite the ending that I wanted. Probably not the ending anybody wanted. What other match ended in... Oh yeah, the Bludgeon Brothers in New Day ended in a disqualification. Just the finishes tonight have not been that great. All three matches on the pre-show ended with roll-up pins after just a random sequence of events, which none of the matches on the pre-show are worth. Well, the Cedric Alexander match for the Cruiserweight title was, and with Drew Gulak, was pretty good. But just the finishes tonight, like I said, the roll-up pins in the pre-show, the disqualifications, just, I want a victory that is not debatable in this show. I mean, incredible match from both of them. Like I said, it was great, and AJ is now walking out with his family title in hand, but it just... it would have been cool to see an actual finish, but the feud is going to continue, so we'll probably see an actual ending to this further on down the line.
But I'll be your new daddy. The scooping to 11 was absolutely sickening. Just sickening thought.
But that's about the end of that one. I'm not sure what match is next. Hopefully the Finn Balor and Baron Corbin match so I can go smoke or something. Because I just don't care about watching that match. Like my pee break match, if you will. Samoa Joe walking out with a look of just disgust and anger.
I am here to give you some words of wisdom. This is my time now. I see.
And now we're in the ads.
I have a microphone, so I can be louder than all of you. If you want something bad enough, you'll find a way. Size isn't.
I think it's another anti-bullying thing. Not sure though. So as far as star rankings go for that match, if it had actually ended in a legit victory, I would have gladly have given it anywhere between a 4.25 to a 4.5, more than likely on the 4.5 side of things, but with that ending, I'll have to give it a 4 for now, out of 5. Still a really good match, still super back and forth, had me wondering what was going to happen the entire time, but with a non-finish like that, I can't help but to kind of dock a few points from the overall score. Oh, it's a Survivor Series ad. Or just an ad for the network in general. It's an ad, that's all I know. I'm trying to give commentary for a fucking commercial. That's still no indication of what the next match is going to be. I'm going to be right back because I've got to get a drink.
Ladies and gentlemen, Elias.
Hello, I am Elias. And I have one question for everybody here tonight. Who wants to walk with Elias? Now, as hard as it may be to believe, I was a child once. And then I grew up, and I wrote the greatest album of all time. And on that album, I wrote a song called Elias's Words, where I said that no matter what I do, no matter what I say, more people love me every single day. And as a man who was once a child, knowing that the entire world loves you is an incredible feeling. So I thought I would kick my concert off tonight by debuting a new and, dare I say, my greatest song yet. And as a man that exclusively puts out great songs, that is saying a lot. And I thought, what better place to do it than under the bright lights here in Brooklyn, New York. fact, I would like to dedicate this song to all the New Yorkers out there tonight.
Back. Hopefully I wasn't gone too long. Try to keep it short. I didn't miss anything. I don't think. Elias is out. So I was hoping he would be. I didn't think they would just leave him out of here. Oh my god, the same person is still texting me and calling me. What do I need to do?
I am a global phenomenon. And right now I need you all to silence your cell phones. Hold your applause. And shut your mouths.
I think we're gonna get a live performance from Elias.
The world.
Which is pretty cool. Usually we don't actually get to see a song. Usually it gets interrupted. He's probably gonna get her interrupted this time. Tell him to watch your live stream. That's actually kind of a funny idea. I should just link the stream. That would be really funny. That's all I send them. Nothing else. It's just the link. What just happened though, and what I was losing my mind at though, is Elias had a guitar, and he went to play it, and he literally broke it in half. And that was probably one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. It's just the look on his face. Like, I feel so terrible. Oh no. Oh, the one time nobody comes out to interrupt me. He just said fuck. He just said fuck. He said it again. There ain't no censors on this, Elias. You gotta be careful with that. He might be in some trouble. Which only makes me... That had to be on purpose. It had to be.
Well, if it isn't my old Miztourage. You know, if Daniel Bryan would have followed my lead instead of being so stubborn, he'd be successful like you two are, feeding off my reputation. I imagine you came over here to wish me luck. Thanks, but don't need it. Tonight, I will prove that I am better than Daniel Bryan when I beat him.
Okay, cool. The Miz and Daniel Bryan match is next. This is the match I've been looking forward to the most out of all of them. This match has literally been as they've been advertising it 8 years in the making, and it's just, I hope it delivers on those expectations.
Here in Brooklyn, huh? Oh, yeah.
Oh, and by the way, we're not the Miztourage anymore. We're the B team. And B stands for Daniel Bryan.
That was lame.
Yeah. Hey, and we know you already have your own reality TV show. What is it, Miz and Mers? But we thought you might want to stop by for a guest appearance on our new reality TV show. It's called Total Fellas. But with a B.
Oh man.
Total
Bellas.
Huh? Come on, you know you want to. BT, go, BT, go, go.
As far as this match goes, though, with Daniel and the Miz, I'm sure I'm sure Daniel Bryan's gonna win, just because it makes sense logically for Daniel to win. It wouldn't make much sense for the mentor to win over the student, even though they haven't played that role for each other in a long time. That usually isn't the way it goes. Usually it's the young talent getting over on the older veteran. But even that doesn't make much sense because they're pretty much the same age. I don't know exactly what their age difference is, but I'm also pretty sure Daniel Bryan's been wrestling longer than the Miz.
Still not over. My NXT rookie is Daniel Bryan.
There's gonna be a lot of build up to this, as far as advertising goes, which I don't know why we need the advertising. I'm about to watch it. Like, obviously I'm into it, or I wouldn't be here. You know?
I realized that I didn't need the Miz, but maybe the Miz needed me.
The promo package that they put together in the Go Home edition of SmackDown was really cool, though. It's just super well put together. Both dudes had a lot of heat-inducing things to say, and I hope beyond hope that this match delivers. Damn, been live for over an hour now.
I knew my style would catch up with me, but I couldn't live with.
I've seen this package, this promo package, like 3 times already, though, so the impact behind it is kind of here or there.
I just don't have respect for the person holding. You sit there and call me a coward? Let me tell you about a coward. Why don't you quit and go to bingo halls? Don't you walk away from me. You're the coward. Why are you here? Well, you can't wrestle anymore. Daniel Bryan can't wrestle anymore, but I can. The match is now an 8.
Can we get through the match? I'm gonna actually reply to the people real quick. Be right back. Yeah, it's still working away. Trying to get it to where it's actually live again on my TV, because I kind of stopped it. Alright, there we go. Hopefully the connection on the TV doesn't give out. That's the one thing I've actually been worried about, because the connection here is fine, but my PlayStation is really weird whenever it's hooked up to the Wi-Fi at the same time as my phone, because I live in the Stone Age out here. But so far it's been working pretty decently. As soon as I said it's been working decently, it stalled for a second and I got kind of scared. Alright, here we go, finally. Miz coming out first. I think this is the first non-title match of the night, I want to say. Because it was, no, the Braun and Kevin was not for a title. It had a prize to be won with the Money in the Bank briefcase, but it was a non-title match, technically. But like I said, I'm not going to waste any more of my breath on that fucking nonsense. It just angers me even thinking about that match, to be honest with you. Miz looking sharp, looking sharp as a knife. I kind of want Miz to win. Why? I don't know. I just really enjoy the Miz's work. I think he's easily the best heel that the company has produced in like the last decade. Nobody produces natural heat from the crowd quite like the Miz does. And he looks fired up, like, he really does. Like you can't see his eyes because he's wearing sunglasses, but the look on his face, like, it looks genuine, it looks legit, which is cool.
It's hilarious, it's heartwarming, it's inspiring. The Miz is an idol. Well, at least you got the PR line down.
Did they just break the fourth wall? Oh, the commentary team totally just broke the fourth wall. You're not supposed to say that. Dude was like, well, at least you got the PR line down. You don't say that. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see if I can share the link for this. Let's see if I can. Yes, I can. Share the link. Copy. Over an hour to share the live link, but I did, so whatever.
Daniel Bryan and himself. It's hard to argue at that point. You look at how the Miz tried to go to Daniel Bryan when Bryan was the general manager of SmackDown Live. Miz knowing full well that Bryan could not step inside the ring and compete. Miz took advantage of that. It's about career longevity.
Start off, another match starting off with a collar and elbow tie-up. Pretty traditional start to any wrestling match. Strike to the head from Miz and just going in with a fury right now. Shared the link on Facebook, so hopefully more people will file in. If not, it's whatever. I was kind of doing this for fun. Ryan using those moves that he adopted. I mean, Miz using those moves that he adopted from Bryan's moveset, but catching Miz by the throat and delivering some strikes of his own. Closed fists and some kicks to the midsection. Or like to the arm, really, but.
Shot to the midsection, and now Miz takes control here against Bryan.
Miz has Bryan in a headlock, delivering some sporadic strikes to the top of the head.
Because they appreciate what Daniel Bryan has gone through, they appreciate the obstacles Bryan has had to overcome.
Because if I had to predict who's going to win this, it's probably going to be Bryan, but my heart wants Miz to win for some reason. I want to see the guy win. I feel like I haven't seen him win since I started getting back into WWE.
What's wrong with that? I'm not saying there's anything wrong with relating. I'm just saying I happen to relate.
Oh, now Daniel Bryan has Miz in a headlock and pretty much doing the exact same thing Miz was doing to him. I assume we're going to see a lot of that. I assume we're going to see a lot of mimicry. I assume we're going to have a lot of who can do it better than who in this match, and a lot of personal heat.
Watch this one more time. Oh, the thud. Sounded like the crack of a baseball bat hitting a home run. Oh, Bryan just measuring the Miz.
A strike to the jowl.
Short jabs there by Daniel Bryan. They found its mark.
Odd knee to the midsection, sending Bryan flying halfway across the ring, pretty much.
Think about how much time that Daniel Bryan spent recovering, trying to get clear, trying to get back into in-ring competition. Only returning to the ring just a handful of months ago. He's had this attitude of every opportunity he can do to right wrongs in his past or win championships.
Oh God, this is gonna be brutal. using the Daniel Bryan taunt is Miz.
Speaking of Hollywood films, Miz is playing the part of Daniel Bryan right now. This is a staple for Bryan's offense over the years. I made a movie about Daniel Bryan. I certainly expect the Miz to get on. And look at his face.
God.
And Daniel Bryan's got himself free here with the Miz.
Kick right to the hamstring. I knew they were gonna say it. I knew it. And Daniel Bryan doing the move that the Miz just done to him, or trying to. Oh shit. There we go. Keep having connection problems. Damn. So I assume we're going to see a lot of this tonight. Lots of just, like I said, who can do what move better. Lots of dick measuring. Lots of piss contests. Stuff like that. I mean, it drives home the point of this being a personal rivalry, but God, clothesline sending Bryan right to the ground. Looked like they were on the middle or top rope. I wasn't exactly sure. I didn't get the full glimpse of it. Good thing they're gonna have a replay. Yes, it was from the top. You know, Bryan doing like a backflip because the force behind it. Knee right to the spine.
Saying, how about a cravat? How about that for great in-ring technique? Very impressive. This is studied very, very hard to improve his wrestling game, his grappling game, and his striking game. This has been a story of their relationship.
Kind of going to a standstill right now, kind of getting a lull in the action a little bit.
Daniel Bryan as the better wrestler, the more respected competitor, and it's still easy alive to this day.
Knees right to the head. More like a thigh to the head, actually. And still, that's a leg colliding with the side of your head. Still not fun. A little bit of trash talk from The Miz, as expected.
Daniel Bryan now in great jeopardy. This cravat just wearing down the leader of the S movement. There you see $1 million grin on The Miz. Daniel Bryan's accused The Miz of being soft. He's trying to prove him wrong here in this match. Oh, my God. Nothing soft around these strikes. Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Daniel Bryan. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, classic Miz. Neck breaker.
This has been an interesting match so far. I'm not sure how to feel about it yet. It's been a little bit been good, but not wow worthy so far. But we'll see. There's still a match left. Not gonna place judgment on something that's incomplete.
I think that's a great idea. Really, that's the intention of the A-lister. Oh! How's that for a punch in the face? That's all you want to do, kid?
God. Strikes to the head to Daniel Bryan. More strikes, more just straight punches to the head.
Daniel Bryan is not going down here. Oh.
Bryan refusing to go down no matter how many strikes he takes. Seems like he's trapped in that corner.
Once again, taking time to rub it in. Miz is soaking in the adulation of the masses.
Miz just playing it up like he always does. Nobody generates that heat like him. With just one little taunt, too. He's just so seamless for him. Backflip. That was a really cool exchange from them both, with Bryan coming out on top there.
Trying to find that extra gear. And the official checking on the Miz opposite side of the ring, and Daniel Bryan, if he can get in a rhythm here against the Miz, it could change the tide here in this match.
Getting some "Let's Go Bryan" chants. Probably since the Miz has been dominant for the last little bit of this match. There we go, with a little drop kick into the corner. And another drop kick.
Somehow Miz is barely standing, and more.
And kicks to the midsection, those yes kicks, as they are dubbed.
Daniel Bryan more than content to
Sending Miz onto the top rope, maybe a superplex? Doesn't look like it, probably a Hurricane Rana. Yes, that's exactly what it was, and that was a beautiful Hurricane Rana as well. So weird calling a wrestling move beautiful, but I mean, when it's so seamless like that.
He's in a bad situation right now. Daniel Bryan looking to continue finishing off the Miz.
Still hearing the faint "Let's go Bryan" chant, so clearly the crowd are also behind Bryan. Oh, kicked the face from Miz, but just got sent right to the outside. Bryan probably going for a suicide dive. That makes me nervous. Oh no, okay, cool. Baseball slide type thing. Really glad it wasn't a dive, because I don't want, no, but he's going to the top rope. Watch your neck, dude. Oh. God, that makes me nervous. The top rope to the outside went Daniel Bryan. And delivering some strikes on the outside while Miz is grounded. The aggression from both of these people was palpable.
When it comes to doing whatever it takes to take down the Miz. Now going to the top turnbuckle once again. Daniel Bryan and slowed down by Miz. It's just how well these two know each other.
Now Daniel Bryan is on the top rope in a seated position. Miz delivering strikes. 2, 3. 3 strikes. Now he might be going for a superplex. No, not quite. Don't think Bryan might be that comfortable with getting moves from the top rope like that. I mean, he just dove onto the outside, but Miz in a tree of woe position, hanging like a bat upside down from the ropes, getting kicked in the midsection with the yes kicks. Daniel Bryan into the opposite corner with a drop kick right to the head. To the Miz. God. Daniel Bryan potentially going for a German suplex or some sort of back suplex off of the top rope. Definitely going for a back suplex. There it is. Yeah. Belly to back.
And the Miz is in trouble.
Miz looks out. 1, 2, nah. Haven't been many pinfalls in this contest. A nice stark contrast. Well, there hasn't been any pinfalls. Pin attempts is what I meant. There haven't been many pin attempts in this match, which is a stark contrast to the last contest whenever there was near falls abound in that match. Bryan beckoning Miz to get back up, or at least to look at him, and delivering more yes kicks. Winding up for the big one, but he misses. Oh! DDT to Bryan. 1, 2, no. I've seen a lot of yes kicks in this match. It's been like half of Daniel's offense so far. When Miz has done 2. That was a really cool exchange between the two. The wind up yes kick into a DDT.
As a result of the repeated chops from Daniel Bryan. Are you surprised?
Miz looks angry now. Probably starting to get frustrated that it's taking this long to put him away. And now we get yes kicks from The Miz as opposed to from Daniel Bryan.
those kicks. Oh, look at Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's leaning into these. A resounding no for the Barclays Center and Daniel Bryan. Flying Daniel Bryan missed.
I hate when wrestlers do that. When they lean into offense, like they just don't feel it as in terms of resiliency. I get you're trying to make people look strong, but it just looks silly. It's like in the games, one of the reversals to a kick to the back is just to take the kick to the back and then like bulk up and get up. It's silly. Like no, I don't know. It's a minor complaint, but it's just silly to me. Crowd very much behind Daniel Bryan. Going for those knee strikes, but no. Miz caught him and looked like he was going for a figure four. Bryan going for something. Ooh. Oh, Miz skull crushing finale out of nowhere. 1, 2. Woo! I thought that very well might have been it, actually.
From the barricade, obviously concerned. Miz is the father of Maurice's children, her husband, her world. Of course she's concerned. Concerned, nervous.
Having a little bit of lull in the action once again. Giving them time to recuperate, regroup, catch their breath, think about what they're going to do next. Miz's chest is red from those kicks and chops. Wonder if Bryan's is in the same condition. I haven't really been paying attention, but I did notice Miz just has like a big welt on this side of his chest from all the strikes that have been delivered so far. Miz looking like he's gonna go for those running knees. But Bryan delivered a kick instead. 1, 2, 3. That was a little close to being 3. I got another phone call. I still haven't linked her the live thing yet. That's still a good idea. I'm gonna do that.
Amazing performance of the greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. Miz now. Oh, and Miz going for the suplex out of the outside. That's gonna be a disaster for Daniel.
Both men on the apron now. Apron spots are always deadly, always pop worthy as well. More yes kicks. Oh, but he kicked the ring post. That sounded like it actually legitimately hurt. And now Miz going into a figure 4 leg lock after that smart move by the Miz. Always cold, always calculating. This is not going to be it, but we'll see.
See, the Miz would love nothing more. What poetic justice that would be. Miz trying to tell Daniel Bryan to give up.
I'm actually going to reply to this person real quick, because I feel like an ass just kind of leaving them hanging. I think that takes care of that for now. Pretty much been more of the same. Whenever I left, it's just been yes kicks, lots of yes kicks. Kind of really getting tired of looking at and saying yes kicks. Daniel Bryan's still feeling the effects of kicking the ring post earlier, which, like I said, that legit sounded like it hurt, because you can't really fake that. He had to have kicked that pretty hard for that sound to reverberate like that.
The fact that either of these men have regained a vertical base.
Now they're just kind of exchanging strikes in the middle of the ring. Daniel Bryan looks like he has the advantage right now. But no, almost a skull-crushing finale, but into a roll-up by Bryan, a 2 count. Tried to go for another skull-crushing finale that Bryan reversed into his own, but didn't quite get there. Another roll-up, 1, 2, another near fall. Whew!
Bryan once again.
That was a lot. That was a lot right there in just that little bit. That was high velocity stuff. I just those elbows to the traps. Elbows to the traps. Man, Daniel Bryan. Yes, locked in. At least it's not a kick. Getting really tired of seeing him. Which, I mean, let's be real, this is a crossface, but nobody's gonna call it a crossface in the WWE because of reasons. Even though they know it's a cool move, obviously, or they wouldn't have repurposed it for Daniel Bryan.
How much more can these two endure?
So I give this like a 3.5. It's not quite gotten to that excellent level for me yet, though. The Miz getting sent right into the barricade right next to his wife, Maurice, and it looks like she slipped him some knuckles, some brass knuckles or something, because he's holding something in his hand now. Yeah, it's brass knuckles. Ooh, and there they go. The brass knuckles have connected. And 1, 2, 3. And that's it. Miz wins via shenanigans, which is very much a Miz thing to do, and I'm kinda satisfied with that, to be honest. I stand by my grade with a 3.5 out of 5. Like I said, it just didn't get to that level that I really think that the match could have, but it was still a pretty good match nonetheless. Both performers obviously are... Yes, it was. Both guys are obviously really good in the ring. Daniel Bryan still looks strong because he didn't get pinned clean, so it leaves him with credibility. Miz did Miz things, so it obviously doesn't really affect him that much that he won via shenanigans, because that's what you expect with the Miz. So yeah, overall really solid, stayed true to the characters, a little too many yes kicks, which kind of bogged it down for me. I would have liked to have seen more versatile offense from these two, because I know they're capable of it, and I know they're capable of a better match than what they did, but I assume, once again, that this feud, much like the AJ and Samoa Joe feud, will continue on, and we'll probably get a more legit finish whenever this is all said and done, which will probably end up with Daniel Bryan rising up and overcoming the odds. Decent match. Decent match. Like I said, 3.5. 3.5 out of 5. Ugh. Whew. This has been an interesting last hour and a half, that's for sure. But I'm gonna take you all outside with me real quick, because I haven't smoked in a while. So we're doing that. I'm pretty sure not really anything important's gonna happen in the 5 minutes that I'm gone, I would say. Say hello to Brandon.
Hey, dude. Where is he?
He's not there, but he's watching. Wow, I think this is still Brandon, unless it's just some Randy. Then you got to meet my mother. Oh, I think the Baron Corbin and Finn Balor match is next, which is mostly why I decided to come out here. I don't know what they would put before. It wouldn't make sense for them to put anything else before that, because every other match is important, and they really need to get that the hell out of the way, to be honest, just so it can be over and done with. Because nobody cares about the Finn Balor and Baron Corbin match. Like, literally nobody cares. Not one human being that I know of was like, I'm excited for that. Like, no. It's such a nothing feud. Some of you that are watching this some of you that are watching this may be familiar with this place from my most recent video. If you've made it 95 minutes into watching this later on, then you get all the applause in the world for dealing with me for the last hour and a half. Because I don't know what I've said, what I've done, really. It's all been kind of a blur. I remember doing some trumpet things and just doing some decent but half-assed commentary because I don't know what all the moves are, even though I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid, but I think I do alright for not knowing everything. Well, Zool, I hope you're having a good time so far. This is actually kind of fun. I might have to do live stuff more often if I can get the audience for it, because this is actually kind of cool. Plus, it uploads really quick. I doubt this is going to upload quick, but I digress. A person that I told about the live was like, so you can't come over? I was just like, no, but you can hang out on my live. It's just the same, right? I don't even watch wrestling. It is worth something. Like, if you don't watch it and you're still entertained, then that's pretty cool. Like, because that's I try, like, yeah, the wrestling recap is more for people that watch it, but it's for everybody. I try to make all my shit for everybody. Like the Scooby-Doo things, that's for Scooby fans, but that could also just be for movie people. The 3 minutes or less things are for everybody. So I try to make the content as universal as I can. I don't try to make it like non-inclusive for people who don't necessarily. I don't know where I was going with that exactly. Don't smoke, kids. It's bad for you. Service is a little spotty out here. I'm going to try and get back in as soon as I can, but like I said, I haven't smoked in like 3 hours now, so it was about time that I did that. We've been live for almost 100 minutes. 2 hours. This is probably going to be 3 hours long when it's all said and done, I'd say. It's like I'm going to have my own Lord of the Rings movie just casually sitting on my channel with the rest of the 10 to 20 minute content that I have. It's gonna stick out a lot. Oh well. Thoughts on the event so far are, it's been okay. It's not been as bad as I thought. Some of the finishes have been kind of here or there. Like I said, we haven't really gotten many legit finishes, like with a clean pin 1, 2, 3 victory. Like, it's been a lot of shenanigans and dirty work and roll-ups, but I can live with it. It's not been as bad as I thought it was gonna be going into it. I thought it was gonna be like a huge dumpster fire, but there's been some surprising moments, like the Seth Roller match. That triple threat women's match was pretty good, even though the finish I could care less about. I could really care less about Charlotte being the women's champion right now. She doesn't really have anything to prove to anyone, and it was Becky's time. The Samoa Joe and AJ Styles match is probably match of the night so far. That was just some clean, crisp action all throughout. Those guys really pulled out all the stops for that match, and I can only be more excited for where their feud is going. That last match was pretty good. Really, the only thing that really pissed me off was the Braun Strowman Kevin Owens thing, because that's ridiculous. It's so bass-ackwards to me that WWE can endorse the bully-like behavior that Braun Strowman is outputting and then kind of run an anti-bullying campaign ad right after the match. That was really the icing on the cake for me, because it really has been that. I mean, Braun hasn't been the face in this feud. He hasn't been the hero. He was definitely the villain of that feud. He was torturing somebody for his own benefit, and he ended up winning in about 30 seconds. And it could have been a botch, it could have been an injury that made the match go as short as it did, but it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, considering what they choose to proclaim, that they're anti-bullying and all that. Just doesn't sit well with me. Put this cigarette out and then go back in and see what else we have in store. Alrighty, let's get back in. From what I can hear, I haven't missed anything. Ah, the Demon Finn Balor is here. Which is just basically Finn Balor's alter ego whenever shit gets real. The Demon comes out, he just dresses in like face paint and a different attire and whatnot, and just basically means he's went Super Saiyan. Which probably means he's gonna win, which I wouldn't expect really anything different. Which is cool, because in my time watching WWE, I actually haven't gotten to see this side of Finn Balor. Mostly what I've been seeing of him has been him losing lately in his regular form. So hopefully this is a bit of a different story here tonight, because Baron Corbin stands to gain nothing from winning this match. Because like I said in the wrestling recap video, Baron Corbin is an authority figure, so he doesn't really stand to gain anything from winning, because he's not really in the stakes for a title or anything. He's just kind of a behind-the-scenes figurehead. So hopefully in this match, Balor will pull out will pull out the victory, and he looks intense. He's looking intense. Really nice face paint work. It has really nice body paint work overall. I wish I could show you, but that would definitely get me struck for copyright. And let's be honest, I don't need another copyright strike on my channel. Disney's already on my ass as it is. I don't need WWE on my ass as well. The fog surrounding the ring is really cool. The look on Baron Corbin's face says that he was not prepared for this. He did not know he was about to walk into this. He said this is not what we agreed on. My God. Looked like he went for a sling blade, but that was something else. And Finn Balor is just going in with some kinetic offense right now. Which is good. This is like the polar opposite of what I've seen lately. I mean, Finn Balor in his regular state has shown a lot of heart, but I haven't really been that impressed lately, but this is different. There we go, there's the sling blade. That's funny. Someone on the commentary team just mentioned Dr. Venkman, and you made a Ghostbusters reference as well earlier. It all ties together. It's like you predicted the future or something. My God. Finn Balor up at the top, looking like he's going for his finisher, the coup de grace, and he hits it. 1, 2, 3. It's it. It's over. Just like that. Wow. But cool. That's cool with me. I'll take it. I'm really satisfied with that for as short as it was. The Demon came out, took care of business, beat the holy hell out of Corbin, and it's a clean finish. That's what I've been begging for so far tonight. Dang, that was crazy. And it's over. Just like that, Baron Corbin defeated. Well, that's exactly what needed to happen. He served to gain nothing from winning that match. But the question remains, what will happen with Finn Balor now? Where does this leave him now that he's won? Because I gotta assume this feud is done. There really isn't much left that can be told with this feud. So hopefully they move on to bigger and better things with Finn now. Because he deserves it. He deserves it. Dude's a star. He's over with the crowd. He's good in the ring. Hello, new person. How are you? If you just joined, Finn Balor came out in the demon attire and just beat the holy shit out. Oh, they left. Bye. I was giving you an update, too. That was rude. I even said, how are you and everything. I already got another ad. Trying to think of what's left. Obviously the Brock and Roman match is still yet to come. That's the main event. Still got Shinsuke and Jeff. Oh, wait. Something's happening with Daniel.
I should have known Miz was going to do something like that. He's been doing that stuff since I've known him.
Oh, and don't even get me started on that Maurice.
Don't even get me started on that Maurice.
I needed to win that match. You know what? By losing to Miz and like that, I just proved it right. This whole comeback, the whole thing has been a bust. I fought for 3 years. 3 years I fought. I didn't fight so hard to come back and watch someone like Miz win like that.
Dang. He's mad. Brian is angry that he lost in the way that he did.
Persistence has brought you back to WWE. That same persistence
Which, yes, basically means that this feud is going to continue onward. Probably into the next pay-per-view, I'd say.
Well, guess what? You've already done that.
but maybe
Fight
not.
isn't over.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna stay back here with you.
No. Go enjoy the show. I'm gonna stay back here, punch some balls or something. Seriously, though. Go back there, out there, enjoy the show. Okay? I love you.
I love you too.
Thank you.
A little bit of a sweet moment between Daniel Bryan and his wife.
His return being a bust.
Basically saying that his return to wrestling is all for naught because he lost to The Miz in that way, and that was like one of his big reasons for returning was proving that he could beat The Miz. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Adds a little bit of personal touch to the match. But alright, yeah, I think we're down to the last 2 matches. I can't really remember. So we're getting into the Jeff Hardy Nakamura match now. Oh, I'm gonna look real quick and see if I'm wrong on that. There's 3 matches left. There's this match with Jeff Hardy and Nakamura. There's the Raw Women's Championship match, which I can't believe I forgot about. It's Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey. And then Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns for the Universal title. So we're closing in on the end of this. I'd say we probably got like an hour left to go in terms of the show and this live stream. And here comes Nakamura. So there's been 3 22-plus minute matches on the card. The opening match with Dolph Ziggler and Seth, the AJ Styles and Samoa Joe match, and the Miz and Daniel Bryan match, all clocking in over 22 minutes long, which makes up for like over an hour of the show. The last match was a minute and a half long. A minute and a half! Which makes it the shortest match of the night, even compared to the Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens thing that happened. More trumpet. I'm pretty excited for this match. I think it should have been a triple threat between Shinsuke, Jeff, and Randy Orton. I feel like they may have not done that due to Randy Orton's recent allegations, I guess you could call it. The claims that were against him probably put him in a little bit of a pickle as far as that goes. So I can see why they didn't make it a triple threat, but I think it would have been a really entertaining triple threat nonetheless. But these two are talented enough to suffice their own match together. And plus, Jeff deserves his rematch. His own rematch. But I don't think we will not be seeing Randy tonight. Randy is probably going to interfere in some way.
This match was sanctioned by our general manager Paige because of the interference by Randy Orton.
So far, they're just kind of circling each other.
Took place between Hardy and Nakamura after the
Locking up arms. Locking the other arm. Oh, kick to the head from Nakamura. He's laughing at him.
You gotta wonder where Jeff's head's at. And Nakamura, a master of mind games,
Just being a dickhead, pretty much, is Shinsuke Nakamura. God. Nakamura just being the master of mind games right now. And Jeff Hardy doing a little bit of taunting of his own. They're both just kind of being dicks to each other right now. It's actually kind of funny. Jeff doing Shinsuke's taunts, Shinsuke doing Jeff's taunts. They're both trying to get under each other's skin. Jeff ramming Shinsuke's head into all four corners of the ring, and here comes the fourth corner. I'm going for another one, though.
Some of the most death-defying, memorable moments in WWE history. If Jeff didn't have the ability, Jeff went for a jawbreaker. Instead, he ate a knee, but might have broken his jaw, actually.
Getting Jeff Hardy into a little bit of a headlock type situation, a little bit of a sleeper type situation. Might be catching some zhuzh. Who knows?
Nakamura's claim that Jeff Hardy hides behind that very faceplate.
As far as who's going to win this, I can see it kind of going either way. I can see Nakamura retaining, so it can leave room for Jeff and Randy to do their feud, but I can also see Jeff winning, so their feud with Randy can be decided via a champion. Oh God, a championship kick to the head from Nakamura, nearly kicking Jeff Hardy's head off. Looking like he's going for another one too. Jeff hanging off the apron and a knee to the side of the head.
And Hardy in a real bad position here along the apron.
My God, and another knee to the back of the head as Nakamura jumps off the ropes to get there. Real unorthodox offense so far from Nakamura, as if I would expect anything less from the King of Strong Style. Near fall from Nakamura. Going to work on the arm and the head, giving his head a little bit of a crank, giving that arm a little bit of a twist.
Manipulating the thrill seeker's anatomy in the center of the ring. This is very smart here by Nakamura. Jeff underwent shoulder surgery back in September.
Trying to keep Jeff Hardy grounded is probably your best strategy in regards of beating the charismatic Enigma. Everybody knows he likes to fly high, so keeping him grounded in the middle of the ring will obviously take away that advantage.
Nakamura continues to dictate the pace here tonight against Jeff Hardy, the defense of his United States Championship.
Nakamura doesn't even look like he's got it locked in, though. It looks like he's just kind of holding him right now. There we go. Now he's kind of got it back underneath his chin. Stop saying he's got him by the neck when he doesn't. Stupid commentary team. People can see. They can see when you're lying. Hardy's attire a little less colorful than it normally is. He's coming out in all black, all different shades of black, but all black nonetheless, aside from the face paint. Second match in a row we've seen somebody donning the face paint, with the Demon Finn Balor obviously being the first one, and now Hardy donning some face paint of his own. I doubt we're going to see any more face paint tonight.
Jeff's had a lot of punishment inflicted on him right now.
Exchanging strikes, both men are in the middle of the ring. Irish whip from Nakamura, but Hardy capitalizes with some offense, slamming him down onto the ground. Hardy looking like he's going for vintage Hardy with those legs to the midsection, and then a drop kick on the Shinsuke's back. or sending Shinsuke onto his back, I should say. Hardy's face paint already wearing off from the wear and tear of this match, the physicality of it, causing him to sweat, making that face paint drizzle down little by little. Kick to the head from Nakamura. Jeff Hardy goes down to the ground.
Jeff Hardy to Shinsuke Nakamura.
Hardy just getting the worst of his offense so far in the match. God, Shinsuke just being brutal.
You see what the WWE Universe has done here tonight in Brooklyn. SummerSlam trending #1 worldwide. United States title.
Nakamura looking like he's trying to go for one of his signature moves, but can't quite get there. Hardy went for a twist of fate, but Nakamura got out of it. Nakamura in the corner. A little bit of a clothesline in the corner from Hardy. Hardy's been caught. Now he's hung up in the ropes. He's hung up in the ropes on the turnbuckle, but he gets out right in time to reverse Nakamura's a little bit of offense. A little bit of an elbow to the side of the head to Nakamura, and a little bit of a whisper in the wind from Hardy. Could that be it? Oh, it almost was. That was like a 2.8. My TV stopped. Please? Please go. Alright, cool. That's all I need is for it to stop whenever I'm nearing the end of this broadcast, so to speak. Hardy looking like he's going up top, potentially for a swanton, but no, Nakamura gets in there in time. God, a knee to the midsection from Nakamura. God, and another kick to the head. Another near fall. Been a few of those so far.
Jeff Hardy's certainly looking all out of sorts for a moment. Shinsuke, all too happy to deliver.
God, and those knees to the side of the head from Nakamura. Lots of knee and leg-based offense as expected from Shinsuke Nakamura. Looking like he's warming up for the Kinshasa or the Bumaye, depending on what region you're in. But no, gets caught by Hardy, almost to a twist of fate. Nakamura went for a low blow, but didn't quite get there, and a drop kick from Hardy for good measure. Hardy looking like he might be going for a swanton, and that's exactly what he's going for, swanton bomb. Hardy looking like he's not capitalizing though, not going for the pin. There he goes, finally. 1, 2, no. Rope break from Nakamura.
Nakamura right there, able to save himself. Shinsuke certainly got lucky in that particular moment.
This has been a very kinetic match so far. Really decent stuff. Oh, twist of fate from Hardy. Hardy looking a lot better in this match than he has here lately. I know he's been having some problems with his shoulder and collarbone lately, which is probably the explanation for his, I don't want to say lackluster because it's due to injury, but it is lackluster ring. Oh, and that's probably not going to help. That swanton misses onto the apron, and that did not look good. That did not look good. That was a brutal spot. But anyway, like I was saying, Hardy looks a lot better in this match than he has recently. Like I said, probably due to the issues that he's been having with his shoulder and collarbone, but it's a relief to see him mostly back to his old form in this match. He's been doing really excellent in this match, and Nakamura doing pretty good himself. Speaking of Nakamura, Nakamura once again calling for the Kinshasa. Can he actually hit it this time? Hardy taking his sweet time getting back to his feet, and there it is, Kinshasa. Could it be it? 1, 2, 3, and it is. That's it. Okay. Pretty good match. Pretty good match. Pretty decent. Pretty kinetic stuff, lots of good back and forth, lots of typical stuff that you'd expect from both of them. Shinsuke coming in using that knee and leg-based offense as he usually does, being his typical heel self. Hardy taking lots of risk, doing lots of the usual Hardy stuff, like the twist of fate, whisper in the wind, that little move that he does with his legs. You know, it's pretty typical stuff. Nothing really mind-blowing. Nothing really different or out of the box. But still a pretty decent match, nonetheless. I'd give it probably a 3.25 out of 5. And as expected, here's Randy Orton's theme music. I did not think we would go without seeing this man here tonight. The Apex Predator, the Viper, the Legend Killer, the Randy, the whatever you want to call him is here. The Handshaker himself is here. Slowly making his way down to the ring, might I add. Hardy just kind of laying prone in the middle of the ring, like a lamb waiting for slaughter. Randy looking like he's hyping himself up, and here he goes into the ring. And not quite. Changed his mind. Changed his mind and is now going right back up the ramp from whence he came. It's a very Randy thing to do as of late. Just when the crowd looks like they're behind him and wants him to do something, he changes his mind and doesn't give them what they want, which is a super cool heel thing to do. It's really cool of Randy Orton and makes sense for him to do that way.
So this is a pretty funny story.
Oh, I have a good one.
You may or may not have heard this.
Well, the most absurd,
That was thrown up in a basket toss, forever high in the air.
most off the wall. This is a really bad idea. Most unbelievable story.
And we're into more ads. Ads are here.
She just ate it. I'm like, that is not my twin.
Yeah, I know the rotation is blocked. That's cool.
And movie star.
We're basically leading up into the Ronda Rousey and Alexa Bliss match, which I can't believe I forgot about. This seems like a really weird thing for me to forget about, considering how much they've been hyping up the match so far.
Alexa Bliss, there's money in the bank. She's cashing in. She's cashing in.
Basically, going into the behind-the-scenes reason as to why this match is happening. In the match between Ronda and Nia Jax, Alexa came out of nowhere and cashed in the middle of the match, which obviously makes Ronda a little angry because she could have won that match. She was right there. She had the win within fingertips reach, within like a little sliver. Did she just not win? And now we are getting this.
Want a championship opportunity? You better get in the back of the line. You overhyped rookie. You can suspend me for 30 days. No. Because after these 30 days,
God.
I'll be back here.
The lead up to this match has been pretty cool. Ronda is really believable as a WWE superstar. She's got that look in her eyes. She's got the physicality, obviously. She's got the personality of someone who could really make an impact in the business. And Alexa Bliss, much like Carmella, as I mentioned, but in a different way, is a really good heel champion. I feel like Ronda might not win this match, and I feel like it would serve both of them well for her not to. And that kind of sounds weird to say, but Ronda just now arrived. Putting the strap on her right away is kind of weird. I do feel like it would make sense for her to kind of earn her keep as it goes along, and Alexa brings some weight to the title. She's a really good champion. She gets natural heat, and she's really talented in the ring to boot, and that's probably the most important thing, is she's really talented in the ring. They both are. Probably Bliss more so than Rousey due to experience, but either way. Lots of implications heading into this one. Natalya. Guess Natalya is just kind of escorting her out. Surprised Natalia's here. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Natalya is wearing some gear that her dad would wear. Oh, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, who recently passed away, unfortunately. That's really nice. I like that a lot. I like that a lot, actually. That's really nice. Why is the champion coming out before the challenger? That's not how this works. The champion comes out last. Why did they make her come out first? That's weird. I don't like that. I mean, at least treat Alexa Bliss like she matters and make her come out last like the champion that she is. Like, yeah, Ronda Rousey might have more natural star power, but my God, I mean, she is the champion after all. That aside, I guess, that just makes me a little mad. It's the champion. She's the champion. They come out last. You're not gonna make Brock Lesnar come out first. Alright. Almost time for this thing to get underway. Don't give a damn about my bad reputation. Rousey storming to the ring with authority, looking like she's got some business to take care of right now. Rousey coming out in a little bit of a kilt looking thing. A bit like the Rowdy Roddy Piper himself, whom she had a lot of inspiration from, obviously, considering her gimmick. Apparently they were decently close in life. Rousey looked like she's ready for a fight. Not a match, but a fight.
Introducing first the challenger from Venice, California, the baddest woman on the planet, Rowdy
Ronda Rousey. Ronda Rousey.
from Columbus, Ohio. She is
The Raw Women's Champion, Alexa Bliss.
A very proud women's champion indeed. With good reason.
I like both of these guys, both of these women. I almost said guys.
Picked the perfect moment to cash in her Money in the Bank contract. It happened to be at the expense of Ronda Rousey.
Really, the women's division on both brands is super strong. The Sasha and Bailey thing aside, both brands have really talented rosters, and they're some of the strongest competitors on the roster, period. Like, when you have the likes of Ember Moon, Charlotte, Becky Lynch, Alexa Bliss, Ember Moon, the Riot Squad, there's so many different fucking abnormally talented women on the roster right now. Some of the best on the planet. Oh god. Rowdy delivering a stiff shot right to the face. Why does the ref do that sometimes? Like, no, don't keep her from going outside. She's allowed to go outside. Her opponent's out there. Alexa Bliss finally back in the ring, but she rolls right back out to avoid the vicious assault from Ronda Rousey that she would assuredly put forward onto Bliss, the current champion. Bliss looked like she was about to walk out, but Ronda sitting down crisscross applesauce style with her eyes closed, waiting for Alexa Bliss to get back in the ring. And like she's in a zen type position, bro. And Bliss coming in.
And Bliss gonna take advantage. Or at least attempt to.
Oh my god, look at the face from Ronda. Looking like she's possessed. She's in a sleeper hold from Alexa Bliss, but no effect whatsoever. Which normally I would complain about stuff like that, but I'm into it right now. Oh! What a move from Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Bliss knows where she's at anymore.
It's kind of making a fool out of Alexa so far. Straight foolery. Straight foolery from Alexa. I have been live for over 2 hours now. Almost 2.5 hours. Damn. I didn't realize that. That's crazy. Alexa Bliss actually mounting a little bit of offense, but oh, getting flipped over onto her stomach. My god. Jeez. Gotta plug myself in again. Ronda just putting forth some offense like I've never seen. She going for that move again that like like a fireman's carry type deal, and she twists it. I'm not entirely sure what it's called, but it's really cool and it looks legitimately painful, which is all you need in a move. Something that you can do safely, but also look like it hurts a lot. Looking like Ronda's about to go for the armbar. We might have an ending here. We might just have a glorified squash match here. Alexa Bliss looks terrified. She looks terrified. I feel like somebody's gonna come out here, though. Somebody's probably gonna come out. Oh! She is bending that arm. Holy God. That arm is bending. Oh, wow. Ooh, that does not look fun. That does not look fun for anyone. Ooh, and it's over. Yeah, it's over. The armbar got locked in and it's done. It's done. Ronda Rousey is the Raw Women's Champion. And after seeing that, I'm kind of cool with it. I know what I said before, it wouldn't really benefit her from winning the title right away, but alright. After watching it, I'm kind of cool with it. She looks legitimately proud and excited. Like, that's cool. I dig it. I do have a feeling this is far from over between the two, though. Like, even though Rowdy looked like a monster the whole time, as she should be built up that way for now. It still was a pretty good match, and I still think Alexa could have grounds to come back and even maybe reclaim the title. My thing is, who's going to challenge Ronda if she does end up keeping the champion? Who on that roster is capable of stepping up to that power, might, strength, that ferocity that Ronda Rousey just naturally brings every time she's in the ring? Oh, there's Natalya. That's sweet. A little bit of a feel-good moment, which kind of makes me nervous for the next match. I mean, I'm already nervous to begin with. If Brock wins this match coming up, you might see me break some things. I'm just warning you all now. If it ends with Brock winning in any capacity, dirty, clean, whatever, I will break things. Decent match. I mean, like, even though it was a glorified squash match, basically, it was still really good. It was still quality. I'd still give it upwards in the 3 range. Despite it being so short and despite it being so one-sided, there was still some decent storytelling. And there's her husband. That's a real genuine reaction. I like it. I like it. I feel like that's my main reason for liking this finish as much as I do, is because you can tell she's genuinely excited, genuinely proud, and happy to have finally won the WWE Women's Championship. And I think she fits well. I think she fits well in the company. She fits well on the roster. People obviously like her, both in and out of the roster. It just works. It really works for her. Well, there's only one last thing left now, and we all know what that is. Oh, they're piping up Hell in a Cell pay-per-view? Is that what's next? Yeah, September 16th. Okay. That's interesting. That's an interesting little promo for that. They use Snapchat filters to lead into it. Okay. I will be right back. I'm gonna get one last drink before the main event.
Lesnar will stop at nothing to vanquish Roman Reigns.
Alright. For the main event of the evening. Cool. Obviously, lots of build-up leading into this one. Probably like over a year's worth of build-up. I want to care about this more than I do, but considering Brock Lesnar's involved, I can only give like a solid half of a shit about this match. Just because there is the possibility that they're going to let him walk out with the title and just vacate it.
Give a crap about the WWE universe. I'd much rather be at home on my couch in my house.
And
Brock Lesnar is an entitled piece of crap who hides behind.
I'm kind of into Roman now. I feel like this was their plan all along, was to find someone that the crowd can hate more than Roman and put them against Roman so that they can get Roman over. But whatever works. And to be honest, Roman just isn't that bad. His mic skills still need a little bit of work. They vastly improved over the last year or so that I've seen him, and his ring work is, well, it is what it is, but we'll see. I want him to win, basically, like, just for the sake of having the title actually be something that means something now, because the Universal Championship just hasn't meant anything since Brock has held it. It's just kind of become this, like, side piece for me.
With Paul Heyman in your corner, you, sir, will beat Brock Lesnar and become the Universal Champion. My father taught me about
Scream?
taught me how to swim with sharks in this business.
Hmm?
And you just not what to say. You know what your father taught me?
Oh god. Scream? Not entirely sure what that means. But either way. Whew. This main event has the potential to be good, but it has a lot of potential to be probably one of the worst things to happen in a while. And it just kind of really depends on how they handle it. I really hope they handle it in the way that they should, and that Roman takes the title. It's because Brock needs to end. Brock needed to end a long time ago. We need new blood for the Universal Championship because just the weight isn't there anymore. The weight hasn't been there for at least almost 8 months, I would say. It hasn't been there. Beanie. Beanie. And here he is, Roman Reigns, entering first, like a challenger should, in the main event, Ronda.
You always say the most polarizing star in WWE, but the big dog ready to defend
The big dog is coming to the ring right now.
perhaps the most important night of Roman Reigns' career, because does he get another opportunity at the Universal Championship?
Hopefully this is good. Hopefully, I'm trying not to walk into this cynically. I'm trying to walk into this with as much of an open mind as I possibly can. But just considering the history of WWE, this has the potential to go really wrong. Really, really wrong. Hello, Soul Viewer, how are you?
Definitive answer for you. I will say that I believe of all
Oh, bye.
Roman Reigns has finally found what could be
It's like as soon as I acknowledge their existence, they leave.
the beast's Achilles heel, if you will. Roman is in the mind of Brock Lesnar, which is why Brock had to resort to those heinous tactics last week with the pepper spray.
Well, you know this, that if Roman Reigns wants to win here tonight, that he already knows that he's going to have to take a beating.
One thing I wonder is if the pepper spray incident is going to factor into this. Is it going to factor into Roman's vision or anything? Because if not, that attack just kind of served not a whole lot of anything aside from just to be an attack on Roman. I'm hoping what happens is that Paul Heyman is simply rusing Brock. That he's acting like he's still on his side after all that. Because I know the whole thing right now is that it was a ruse on Brock and Paul's part into thinking that they were falling out to make Roman Reigns a little more vulnerable. Boo! Sorry, had to do that. But to make Roman Reigns look a little more vulnerable to attack. And that's fine, I guess, but I just hope that it's actually a bigger ruse on Paul Heyman's part and that he ends up betraying Brock for Roman Reigns' victory.
For 504 days, Brock Lesnar is ruled.
504 days of this nonsense. Let's hope it ends right here, right now. We'll see. Brock looking like he really couldn't care less about being there right now as he usually does. Roman staring him down with the intent of destruction in his eyes right now.
Champion Brock Lesnar, nor is the beast breaking his stare at Roman Reigns. Brock knows he's ready for a fight. Well, the damage that these two have done, talking about Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman the last several weeks, they've enjoyed every single second of
153 minutes. 2 hours and 33 minutes. Yeah, 2:33. It's crazy. And here we go. Here we go. The main event.
Introducing the challenger from Pensacola, Florida, weighing 265 pounds, Roman Reigns.
Seeming like a more positive reception to Roman. I definitely hear the boos.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Tonight, the reigning, defending, undisputed.
I think we got it. I think we get that he's defending Paul Heyman. They're giving Brock a lot of build-up right now, which makes me think this might be the last time that he holds the title, but I dare not say. I dare not say.
Universal Championship. This match will not be for the faint of heart.
coming down the ramp with the briefcase. I don't know why I'm reacting like that, because I don't really like him, but it adds a different layer of interest to the match now. Is he cashing in now and making it a triple threat? Calling for a microphone. Wants a microphone. This will add a different layer of intrigue to the match. If he doesn't, I mean, what else would he be out here for? He's got the fucking briefcase in his hand.
Everybody knows the history of this Money in the Bank contract, and I refuse to be a coward and cash it in when my opponent's back is turned.
Basically saying that he refuses to cash in whenever people are down and out, and that he wants to cash in straight up.
Among men, and I do things face to face.
Which I can respect that. And that makes sense as to why his Kevin Owens match was so short, but I would have rather if Kevin Owens had the briefcase, to be honest with you.
Beastie boy, 'cause I'm gonna be standing.
The crowd are chanting Beastie Boy.
I'm gonna be standing right here this entire match, and I don't give a damn who wins, because at the end of the night, one of you two is gonna get these.
Alright. So it's not a triple threat. He's gonna hang around, it seems like, and wait for someone to win.
So he's just told the world he's gonna cash in the Money in the Bank contract.
Roman Reigns, 2 Superman punches so far. Third one. Lesnar refusing to go down despite that. Spear by Roman. Roman just being super kinetic, high voltage, high energy. I'm loving it so far, but I mean, come on, let's do something different than just finishers. You know what I mean? So far, we've got 3 Superman punches, 2 spears, potentially a 3rd spear coming up. No, actually, right into a guillotine choke from Brock Lesnar. Oh, come on. Even so, I don't want Brock to win the Roman Reigns match. Even so. Roman Reigns lifting Lesnar and slamming him down with authority.
Great counter by Reigns to make Brock Lesnar let go of that hold. What an incredible start to this Universal Championship match.
Really kinetic start so far, a lot better than what I was expecting. I mean, it's still pretty much just signatures and finishers, and right back into a guillotine. So far, we've seen 3 different moves in this contest. Lesnar just trying to keep Reigns on the ground for his own benefit. As long as you can keep Reigns on the ground, you're not going to be befalling to his offense. Roman Reigns looks like he might power out of it, starting to get up to his feet, slamming him down again. Let's hope for it, my lord. Slamming him down again. The big dog ain't gonna go down like that. The big dog.
Roman Reigns has been able to pick him up twice and slam him down. A frantic pace in this Universal Championship match.
They're calling it a frantic pace. I wouldn't exactly say that. It's kind of been slow since the first little opening bit. I mean, they've been on the ground. It's been, like I said, there's been 3 moves in this contest so far. Superman Punch, 3 of them. 3 spears, and 2 guillotine chokes. Let's hope we can get a little bit more variety in this match before it's all said and done. Brock Lesnar taking off the gloves, that's never a good sign. Might be seeing Roman bleed hard way. Ah, great, Germans. 4 moves, I assume we're going to see them multiple times. 2 Germans. Braun just standing there. Third German. Everything we've seen multiple times so far. Crowd chanting, "You both suck." Shows you how into it they are.
Roman Reigns never a stranger to a hostile environment, but right now, it's not about the WWE Universe, it's about the 2 men trying to destroy one another inside the ring.
Maybe Braun is the new Paul Heyman guy. Brock almost got an F5 in. Oh my god. Roman with a suicide dive, missing Brock Lesnar, but landing right into Braun.
What a brilliant ploy by the Beast.
Yeah, clearly Braun Strowman did not see that coming.
My god. Lesnar delivering his half-ass F5 as he usually does to Braun Strowman. For a second, I had to reply to a comment. Brock has a chair. Don't tell me we're gonna see a disqualification. Okay, no. Spear by Reigns. 3! Roman Reigns just won. Roman Reigns just won. He has to face Braun now, but it's cool. He lost. Brock lost. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted in the world. Yes! 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 Oh, thank God he won. Oh! Oh! Oh, man. It's finally over. It's finally done. We don't have to worry about it anymore. We don't have to worry about a part-time champion. We don't have to worry about people not caring and holding weight for the Universal title anymore, which is the flagship title. Oh man, I could cry. Oh man, but we've still got another match. We've still got another match ahead, because Braun is still there. Unless Braun is just out of commission now after that F5. Which I'm kind of unclear on right now. I'm not sure if that's the case or what. Okay, so yeah, I don't think Braun is going to actually be cashing in right now. But I don't know. I don't know. No, he's not. He's not. The F5. The F5 made it not happen. Okay. Wow. Good. Good stuff. Good stuff. I'm so glad for that. That match wasn't that great. I mean, it was super kinetic and high energy, like, but it was kind of the same move, so I'm kind of back and forth on it. I mean, it's still a positive for me at the end of the day because I got exactly what I wanted in that Brock Lesnar is no longer the champion. Oh, wow. Wow. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Yes. I'm so glad for that. I could literally bounce off the walls instead of wanting to put my head through them. Oh man. So we have a new Universal Champion. In what was overall a very high energy contest, but like I said, we saw pretty much kind of the same moves over and over again, and we did not end up seeing a Braun Strowman cash in like we were led to believe that F5 kind of put him out of commission. But overall, SummerSlam was a pretty decent show. Lots of things happened, lots of things are muddled in the back of my mind. The pre-show was kind of here and there. Like, it just may as well have not happened. Just kind of going over everything again. Most of the matches were pretty solid. Not enough straight-up finishes to matches tonight. Lots of shenanigans, lots of roll-ups, lots of disqualifications, different things like that, but I think it only sets to build further feuds with the superstars in question, except maybe the Bludgeon Brothers thing. That one just kind of didn't really make much sense to me, considering the whole tag team tournament build-up. But, yeah, we have a new United States champion. We have, right? Because Jeff Hardy won, right? Yeah. We have a new United States champion. We have a new Universal champion, which is always cool. What about the Intercontinental title? Who holds them? We have a new Intercontinental champion. Lots of new champions. Lots of new everything tonight. Yeah, SummerSlam. Decent show. I wouldn't say it was an excellent show, but it was decent. Overall, not much to complain about. There's a few things here and there that I don't really agree with. Mainly the Becky Lynch, Charlotte triple threat, and the Bludgeon Brothers fiasco, and the Braun Strowman, Kevin Owens match, which didn't really make much sense to me. But overall, it was a decent show. I'd recommend, if you have a way to watch it, if you haven't watched it yet, you should watch it. It was pretty good. But I've been live for almost 3 hours now. I'm exhausted. My mouth is dry. I have exhumed all of the energy that I possibly could exhume for this match. It's been a really cool night overall, though. I'll probably do this more often, this live thing. If you want to see more live stuff, let me know. Yeah, that's it. SummerSlam. Decent stuff. That's all I gotta say about it. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys next time.